Hey guys, Scott here. Today I wanted to talk about a pretty commonly suggested feature for Dead by Daylight on the Survivor side, having played Texas Chainsaw Massacre for quite a bit in the past few days. The topic is the idea of survivors being more than just skins in DBD. Now, I'm not saying we go full Texas Chainsaw and we have it so David can tackle someone like Leland can or something like that. We can't be giving survivors like legit powers in this game. As cool as it would be, it would completely change the entire game, so much so that I don't even think that'd be a good idea. However, what has been toyed around with is the concept of just basic passives that are related to the survivor that we're talking about. And so I wanted to make this video to see suggestions from you guys and more like opinions of whether or not this could actually work, because I think this could definitely work. You just need to be really careful in the way that you balance it, because if you make choices a little too enticing, you make it so you only see X survivor in every single game, and you don't want to do that. But if you don't make them impactful enough, then it's like, why even bother adding it to begin with? So it's really going to come down to the specific balancing of how to do it. Just like, let's just live spitball some ideas here. For Dwight, his whole thing is the whole leadership thing. That's like his like idea of a perk. Prove thyself. He's always trying to prove himself to other people. So his whole thing can just be survivors heal 5% faster when within X meters of Dwight or something like that. Just something so they'll get a yellow bar, and yellow bar equals dopamine, and that's good. Again, you don't want to make it like 25%. You don't want to give him a free perk, but you want to give him something that sets him apart from everybody else just a little bit. Meg, she can recover from exhaustion 5% faster or something like that. So it'll save you a couple of seconds of exhaustion, which, you know, may one out of every 30 games it might like specifically come in handy, that exact window. But for the most part, not going to do too much, but it's on brand with her. It's her theme. Claudette, very simple one. She heals 5-10% faster. For Jake, you can make it so his sabotaging is X% faster. Nia can, when she's crouching, move 5-10% faster. Bill, maybe he, the borrowed time effect that he grants when you're unhooking someone, that can last 2 seconds longer than normal. David, I mean, like, these are the kind of ideas where they're not so impactful that they actually completely change the game, but they are something that gives survivors a little bit more of a reason to be picked rather than just being a skin. Because I do genuinely like that about Texas Chainsaw. I think right now, Survivor in that game is actually kind of more fun than it is in this game. And that is because of the varying level of customization you actually have with your survivor. It's not just a skin. You actually have stats. You have things that you do better and things that you do worse than other characters. And then obviously the powers on top of that. But I don't want to go that far. I think that's way too game changing. But I do think little simple things like that. You know, Ace, one of the chests are highlighted at the start of the match. Fang, her skill checks are 10% bigger. You know, Quentin opens exit gates 5% faster. Like, you just basically take the base perk that is sort of central to them that kind of defines who they are. Michaela would boon things 5% faster. Just take their core identity of a perk and amplify that a little bit. Not so much so that it's going to be game changing, but enough so that there's a bit more of a reason to pick them. I don't think it'll be enough to where people are now going to min-max. I hate blank survivor, but they do X, 1% faster. So I'm going to save 0.1 seconds on a gen. Therefore, I'm going to just throw away all the skins I have on everyone else. I'm just only going to pick. I don't think people are going to take it that seriously. Maybe in tournaments or whatever they'll do that, but for 99.99% of games, people won't be doing that. It'll just be a little bonus that makes it a bit more interesting for picking that particular survivor. And I don't really see the harm in being conservative with it to give you something else. So I'm curious to hear what you guys would think. There's a ton of survivors. I kind of struggle to think what I would do with some of them. Like, I don't know, what would I do with Cheryl? Like, you'd have to, like, really think about the IP they're from and kind of go off of something like that. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think. I think it'd be an interesting comment section. And, yeah, overall, I've been enjoying Texas Chainsaw quite a bit. I do think the survivor role is definitely more fun than in DBD, but I find the killer role to actually be more boring than in DBD. So it's sort of a toss-up. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.